I was a little bit busy because I start school tomorrow and I didn't do any homework.
Oh no.
So I wrote like 16 diaries today.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not good. You should never leave all your work to the last minute.
I
So,
know, but I was so busy.
yeah, I know. So, okay, so you spent the whole day doing vacation homework?
Yeah.
Okay, so you must be very tired.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and make this lesson fun because I have a couple of fun things that we might be able to do today in class. So, first, I want to do a review of the idioms that we've learned this in this chapter, chapter 15. So first of all, do you remember what the chapter is called? Chapter 15 is called.
Chapter 15. Animal
Yeah.
forecasters.
Yes, animal forecasters. And what is a forecaster? Do you know?
The people or something that tells the weather.
Yeah, someone or something that can tell you the weather, right? So a weather forecaster is usually the people on TV that tell you, okay, today it's going to be sunny or rainy or cloudy or there's going to be a tornado. So they are the people who tell you what the weather is going to be like. So in this chapter, we learned how animals can tell you what the weather is going to be like. So can you give me an example?
About animal forecasters?
Yeah. First, let's do a chapter review first, and then we'll talk about the idioms.
Okay. And the dog, excuse me.
It's
When
okay.
the dog sneeze, no, not sneeze, dog bites or bark
Bites.
loud,
Our bark's very loud. Yep.
then,
What does that mean?
um, earthquake?
There might be an earthquake, or there could be a bad storm.
Yeah.
Right? So in the article that we read, the dog bit somebody or was biting someone because it was feeling very aggressive because all of a sudden there was an earthquake, right? And it made the dog's behavior become very aggressive. And
Yeah.
remember do you remember the percentage that it said in the story?
60.
60%. That's right. Good. So animals behave differently. Have you ever seen birds, many birds fly away during a storm? Or maybe before a storm?
Birds, no.
No? Okay. So maybe you've seen it in a movie, though, right? Have you
I
ever seen a
think.
movie before a big storm or something bad that's going to happen in the movie? You see all the animals running, and usually they show birds all flying together, flying away. There's a movie about the end of the world. Have you ever seen The Day After Tomorrow?
No, but I saw Knowing.
Knowing? I don't know
Yeah.
that one.
I think it's the actor called Nicolas Cage.
Oh, Nicolas Cage, yes. He's
Yeah,
very famous.
comes out of the movie, and another one is it's not about last day of the earth, but
Hmm.
it's about disease.
Diseases? Okay.
2012. No,
Yeah, 2012.
yeah. That was quite a scary movie.
Yeah. So in these movies, I don't know, I saw The Day After Tomorrow, and one of the things they show in the movie is all the animals running away because the animals can tell something bad is going to happen. So those animals are basically forecasting the weather for humans. They know something bad's going to happen before humans do. So that's why most humans, when they hear dogs barking really loudly or something, it's to alarm the people that something bad is happening, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time you'll see birds flying in the sky away from something when something like a storm or something bad's going to happen. So very good. So that's what our chapter was about, right? So
Yeah.
mainly about the dog aggression, how 60% of dog bites are because there was an earthquake or something really bad in the weather that was happening. So very, very good. All right, do you have any questions about the chapter?
No.
No questions. Okay, so now we're going to review the idioms. Okay, do you remember what the 3 idioms were from our chapter?
3 idioms.
There's 3 of them, yeah. One of them was hit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think hit means? There's many definitions of hit, but what does hit mean for the idiom?
To happen quickly.
Happen quickly, very good. Okay, what was another idiom from the chapter?
Take another look.
Yeah, take another look. What does that mean?
To make sure that you have the correct answer, to check again.
To check again, right? To double check. So I'm sure your teacher tells you all the time, double check your work, right?
Yeah.
After you finish a test or about to hand an assignment into the teacher, she'll always say, double check your work. So check again. Good. And the third one?
Can I check the book?
Yeah, you can check the book.
Jump.
Jump. Yeah, so jump doesn't mean just jumping up and down. What does it mean in this instant?
To increase quickly.
To increase quickly. Very good.
Suddenly.
Yeah, so I've prepared my board, and I want you to fill in the blanks, okay? So can you read this first one? Well, it doesn't let me show the whole board, does it? Okay, so I'm going to kind of just scroll it across, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I think the toy can be fixed. I need to.
Okay, so what do you think is under the paper?
Take another look.
Yes. I need to fix the toy. I need to take another look. Okay? Good job.
Okay.
All right, so here's the second one. The sales?
The sales of houses blank this year. Jumped.
Jumped. Yes. So the sales of houses jumped this year. Good. Okay, and finally,
he did not understand the math problem at first, but the answer suddenly blanked him. Hit him.
Yes, good. So if I remove that, you'll see hit. Very good. All right, do you have any questions about the idioms? Okay, so now we're going to go to your book on page 94.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to do more than just this chapter, probably the whole unit. So we're going to review all the idioms. So number 1, can you read that for me?
The police finished their investigation.
Good. Do you know what an investigation is?
Something like a report card.
Kind of like a report card, but an investigation is when you look into something further. Mm-hmm. So if you have a little bit of information, you need to search for more information to get all of the facts, right? Mm-hmm. And they said they finished it, so that means they found all the facts and they solved the case, probably, right?
Yeah.
After they did their investigation. Okay, number 2.
Blank Anna was unexpected. People couldn't prepare for its stronger winds. Hurricane Anna.
Hurricane Anna. Did you know there's a hurricane coming right now to North America? Do you know the name of it? You haven't seen it on the news?
Yeah, I don't check news these days. I was busy doing homework.
Oh, okay, you don't watch the news. Okay, so there's a hurricane coming to on the East Coast. Actually, it's going to hit my state, North Carolina. It's called Hurricane Irene. Hurricane Irene is coming right now, and it's going to be a big, big storm. Do you remember what the rules were for naming hurricanes? We learned about this a couple of chapters ago. What letters do they not use?
X.
Yep.
And
so it's usually the last letters of the alphabet, right? So X,
yeah.
Y, and Z. They usually don't use those, right? And how do they choose the names? Do you remember?
They had some kind of blah blah.
Yeah. The international organization chooses the names, right? So Irene is
connected. If you don't eat food, then you can't focus because you're hungry.
Yeah, very good.
So you can't study, so you don't.
Yeah, so the two are connected. If you don't do one, the other one doesn't go well, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't eat, then your intelligence is reduced because you're hungry, right?
Yeah.
So they go hand in hand, whereas increased means just to go up. So it wouldn't be your intelligence increased. Your intelligence doesn't go up by the food you eat, right? How does your intelligence increase? Do you know? There's actually a way to increase your intelligence.
Increase.
What am I doing?
Studying.
Yeah, studying, and what else?
Reading.
Reading, yes. They've actually said that the more you read, the more your intelligence increases because the more vocabulary you know, and you're able to remember the vocabulary better and write better, even. Do you read a lot?
No.
No? Okay, that's something you'll need to work on then.
But I study vocabulary by watching situation comedy. Because if I understand the story, then I get to understand the sentence that I don't know.
Right.
So, for example, if I don't know the word fun, in the scene, two kids are having fun. They're playing.
You can see what the vocabulary word means, right?
Yeah, So that's how I study vocabulary, and sometimes I read books.
Yeah.
Just sometimes.
I recommend books because what some of my students would do is read the book, and then if they don't know the vocabulary word, they'd highlight it in their book or use a Post-it note, one of these like I used today.
Yeah.
Use a Post-it note, and then you go and look up the word in the dictionary, and then you write it down.
I used to do that.
It takes a long time, I know.
Yeah, and my personality doesn't fit to that.
It doesn't fit your personality. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Number 4.
Peter Pan.
Yeah, so do you see what is happening? In each picture, Peter Pan is slightly moving differently, right? And the way they do that is they draw it the same way, but maybe move his head just a little bit, and then it completes a full movement. So in the earlier days, they would have to draw every little movement of a character to just do one full movement. So they would end up doing maybe 50 pictures, 50 drawings, just to show one movement. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Now, nowadays, though, what do you think they use for animation? Computers. Okay, so I just showed you drawing. So can you think of a animation that uses computers instead of drawings?
Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda. Perfect. I was going to show you this one. Do you know
Oh,
this one?
Monster Incorporated.
Monsters Inc. Yeah, Monsters Incorporated, or we say Monsters Inc. And Monsters Inc. is by a company called Pixar.
Yeah, I know.
And
Pixar and Disney.
Pixar, yeah, Pixar is a part of Disney, and they use all computers for their animation now. So I think it's really cool how computers have changed things. Okay, so we have to wrap up our class. So let me do one more thing. Do you like comics or animation? Yes or no? Do you like them?
I do.
Okay, what comics or animation do you like?
Mm, The Simpsons
The Simpsons? Okay.
and
Do you know what a comic is?
yeah, there's a comic book.
Yeah. So a famous comic in the States is this one. It's fairly old. Do you know who that
Oh,
is?
yeah, Snoopy.
Snoopy, yeah, the Peanuts. So a comic is many pictures, but they show, if you can see, they show a conversation.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
whereas,
I like Garfield.
yeah, Garfield, perfect example. So the difference between animation and comics
Mm.
is that comics have an actual
And I think this very old.
Oh, cool. Blondie. Yeah,
Do you
that
know?
is an old one. Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah,
It's very famous.
I don't know I started to see it, read this comic.
Hmm.
Um, it's very old. She gave me this like 3 years ago,
Oh, okay.
but I didn't know English well, so I didn't able to read it.
Yeah, that comic is really funny. There's some funny things in there. All right. Well, great job today, Kelly. We will continue on page 95 when I see you in our next class, okay?
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
bye.
Bye.